Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our talk show. I'm Josh,
And I'm DJ.
and you're watching the number one podcast in this room.
Also, I posted an Apex, so we got to talk about the Christmas event a little today, too.
Oh, yes. That's not in the news.
But before
But
that,
it can be.
but before that, let's start the show out normally. Don't forget we have audio versions on Anchor FM, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts, and wherever you get your podcasting needs. Also, it is finally December. It's Christmas, obviously, as you can tell by my lovely reindeer hat. It's pretty. It's got flowers.
It's pretty.
It does got the flowers.
Sleigh bell rings are listening.
And because it's December, and we do December charity, which is Toys for Tots. You can find at your local Walmart. The description will be down below if you just want to donate some money. Or you can, go to your churches, stuff like that. On your way out of Walmart, you can grab a quick toy and throw it in the bin so it's not wrapped. And remember, please don't wrap your gifts. Don't even waste the fucking paper. They will just have to unwrap it, right? Because it's not like you can leave a note on the gift, hey, good for ages 4 and up, boy, right? Like they can't just, next thing you know, kid unwraps it. It's a baby doll with a dick. So just donate the toy.
You don't want a baby doll.
You don't want to do that. Speaking of which, Josh, what is our random fact of the day?
Crows can recognize individual human faces and hold grudges.
That's not really surprising at all.
You have all the poop on your car.
To be honest, people are like, "Oh, stupid animal," but animals are very intelligent in their own right.
Just an ugly pigeon.
I mean, the facts of life are like a lot of people train their birds to ride little fucking bikes and skateboards and
you use birds as carrier fucking mail.
Right, go from point A to point B.
Yeah, carrier pigeons.
Some birds you can even teach to fucking talk.
It recognizes your voice, recognizes you.
Right, so it's kind of crazy.
You can train a hawk to come back to you.
Also, because it's December, Winter Express starts again.
What's Winter Express, DJ? All I hear is that Chapter 3 Fortnite started and it has Spider-Man.
Yeah, fuck Fortnite. The best part about December is Apex starts the Winter Express. Yeah, the train that goes around.
It doesn't count towards your KOs.
No, it doesn't count towards your KD or your damage or anything. It's basically
I had like 20 kills once when it first started back in the day.
It's basically just a fun little mode to get you out of, battle royale and ranked and the arenas, which I'm finding out a lot of people do actually hate. Like, you are not the only one who is not about arenas for Apex,
Hey, the only reason we got it so the guy didn't get fired.
Right.
Like the guy who made the L star.
And then he left anyways, so, But Winter Express is back. The update is up. So everybody can go and download that now if they want to, so they can play later.
Yes, now
it goes live
doing early downloads, and they'll install at 1 p.m.
Right.
And then you can play it tomorrow when the servers are back up.
When the servers work again. Because they won't.
That thing about egg pack, the servers. It's always the servers.
Always the servers. They never work properly. All right, so we've talked about some Apex.
We did.
We did our random fact about the fucking squirrels.
Crows.
Oh, squirrels, crows, same thing. All the people have left, so we can start the news.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift's 10-minute All Too Well is the longest song to reach number 1.
The last 10-minute song.
I know it's
right.
Meatloaf.
Freebird.
And Meatloaf.
All
I do is for
actually,
I'll do anything for love is 8 minutes and 90 seconds.
Right. I think Freebird's like 10, 15 minutes. So it's like, and the only reason I remember Freebird is because when you played Guitar Hero on PlayStation 2, right, you have to play Freebird at the end.
God.
And it's fucking so long that your hands start to hurt from trying to hit all the notes and stuff like that.
Medium. Not even fucking hard.
Right.
I played Smoke on the
Or
Water.
Dragon Force. That's a long song.
But this one hit number 1.
You know, but again, you know, we talk about it all the time. It's like
Guinness World Records.
It's like now, you know, especially like with TikTok, right? Everything's, you know, 15 seconds, between 15 and 3 minutes, right? You got to get all your information, all the things, all the stuff you want to do in that little 3 minutes.
Or 15 seconds.
Or 15 seconds, because people get bored and move the fuck on.
Well, they were previewed with Vine, which was 7 seconds.
Right. Used to make the little
7-second comedy sketch.
Right, the little sketches and stuff like that.
Or singing. That's how Shawn Mendes was founded on Vine.
Right. It's like apparently, I heard apparently podcast is like a middle-age life crisis thing to do.
Everyone's doing podcasts.
You know.
The OGs are like Seth Rogen, Joe Rogan, Adam. What's his name that was on the Man Show? The other co-host and Jimmy Kimmel, and Kevin Smith. But Kevin Smith had 17 podcasts. He had Jay and Silent Bob Get Old.
Well, it's like Joe Rogan has 3 or 4
Batman
hours.
Beyond. Yeah, he just has that. So how old is your kids? Did you see in the news that a meteor's gonna hit us? What do you think about that? Like, you get what I'm saying?
We're
Like,
all gonna die. How do you feel? You know.
I moved because they tried to charge me too much taxes in California.
Right.
And Spotify is paying me buku money.
I'm rich, and I don't want to give up my. You know, and that always drives me crazy too. Right? It's like, so when you're an actor and stuff like that, people give you things, right? Like they're like, hey, will you come? You know, shoot a commercial, and we'll give you, you know, 3 Lincolns. All right.
It's like going to Vegas.
Right.
They copy your hotel room. They copy your car.
They just give you a bunch of shit, and then
sorry
you know,
for losing $1 million. Here's a Cadillac.
Right. You know, like whatever.
I know. So when you can afford it, finally.
Right. Then you don't have to pay for nothing because you know.
But they made that joke with Justin Bieber because he did a health fitness cover or whatever. He had the underwear. I forgot one. Tommy Hilfiger underwear or whatever.
Hanes.
They just sent him underwear. He's just like, I just throw them away. I have a closet full of boxes of underwear.
Right. I just wear it one time and then I throw it in the trash. You're like, well, I do laundry. I don't need to do laundry.
I have a closet full of boxes of underwear.
I got a whole room full of
I'm
just
not
clothes.
gaining any weight.
Right. You know, I don't need to buy brand new underwear. Like, it's right there. It's free. They brought it in on a truckload. Like, it'll be 6 fucking years before I need to buy underwear again.
Like your sponsor, like Casey Neistat is sponsored by Samsung. So anytime there's a prototype that comes out, they give it to him to go play with it, and then he does a YouTube review.
Right.
Anyone else gets it, or Austin Evans got to play with the Xbox, the PS5 before it came out.
Well, that's like you know, we're talking about Apex and stuff like that. It's like there's certain people that work for Apex that are allowed to as soon. Hey, this is what we're thinking about doing.
But they do
Bam.
They do it in a sandbox.
You know, right?
When there's no limitation of what you can do before the thing, so you do all the cheat things in there.
Yeah, you do all the crazy shit. Have all the characters' abilities in one guy.
Sometimes, like, here was a design we were going to do for a gun, but it got thrown out or something like that, and it shows you a picture.
Right. Well, they leaked Watson's new heirloom. Which, did you see that? So her heirloom. I was making a joke. I made a joke about it, and then it showed up all over TikTok. It looks like the goddamn the ghost finder.
Okay.
From Ghostbusters.
Okay.
You know?
That's tight.
It's not, but it kind of's got that same like look and feel
put the
to
thing
it.
on and it goes, bang.
Yeah, like
that's kind of awesome.
I think it's horse shit, right? Because it looks like a grappling hook.
She made the ring.
I know, but you know, nobody mains fucking Watson.
Who's Watson?
Right, like nobody even knows who that is.
Who?
And back to talking about songs, you know, it's like normally songs are 3 to 5 minutes. You know, that's normally where the threshold is.
Song, though.
You know,
this is supposed to be on her first album. She released her first album and redid the songs, and some songs never made it because it didn't go with it. She's like, well, maybe next album. So she has like written songs that she never recorded.
Right.
And this is one of them. And she directed a short film to go with the song. And hired the redhead from Stranger Things, and then Dylan O'Brien from Maze Runner to do the acting.
No idea who either of those people are.
Maze Runner, Stranger Things.
No, I don't.
The show Stranger Things.
Never seen Stranger Things.
You really haven't? Oh.
No, I'm not into.
Which that's the only things I know she's been in.
You know, I'm not into scary shit, right? Like I don't.
No, Stranger Things you'd like.
No,
It's not scary. It's Russians and malls. And
no, probably not.
you like Huber Halloween.
You know,
Hubie
I
Halloween.
didn't like. There's not a whole lot of like scary movies I've seen.
We
So-
watched it because it's based in the 80s and stuff, so it's like the nostalgia of what they like how to get all the props from the 80s to put in this damn fucking show.
If you want a good like 80s movie to watch, HBO put up that 8-bit Halloween. Why does my camera keep going out? God, our producer. We really need to fire that asshole. Can't do anything right. He didn't have my computer set up this morning when I got in here. Like,
Anyway, she hit number one. Another
congratulations for
another
her.
person that hit number one was Elton John in Ed Sheeran's "Merry Christmas" song in the UK.
really?
Mariah Carey, every year they play it, and it actually hits the billboards to like top 10 songs
Yeah,
played
yeah.
during this time. Elton John wrote a song in the 80s or 70s about Christmas, and every year it goes up to almost number one.
Mm-hmm.
And then him and Ed Sheeran, I guess, are good friends, and Ed Sheeran never made a Christmas song.
Well, I mean, the facts of life are is like once Christmas come around, you know, all the radio stations are just playing
The Christmas music from out the years.
right the fucking Christmas music. Like they're not really.
But now Ed Sheeran made a Christmas song with Elton John
You know.
called Merry. Apparently, there's never been a song called Merry Christmas.
I like Elton John and Eminem's version of Stan.
Oh yeah,
You know,
He
when
played
they-
Dido's version.
Right
Dido.
when they did it together. So you know,
He's like on the Grand Orange show. This is how not homophobic Eminem is. That he sent me and my husband.
oh yeah, golden
newlyweds,
cock rings.
Golden cock rings.
Yeah, yeah.
And said, "Have at it."
They're still in the box.
We haven't used it.
Yeah, I like Graham Norton.
Oh,
You know,
I like that kind of talk show because the limitations in Europe, the censorship is different. Like you can drink on the show.
yeah, they get away with a
and they
lot
can-
more.
They can cuss. Being a homo has been over there or gay for like centuries, so no one cares if you're gay over there. They kiss each other on the cheeks.
Right? I don't give a fuck.
Europe is just a different culture.
Yeah.
Our next news is Spider-Man. It's gonna be 3 of them, but I only have one on here. Spider-Man: No Way Home inspired suits coming to PS5. Spider-Man Remastered. So there's gonna be new suits in the Spider-Man game that's came out a couple years ago, but it's remastered for PS5.
Oh, so they're gonna be
Put new suit. Like after No Way Home, no, the first Spider-Man came out, they put the suit into the game,
right.
and then they have when Endgame came out, they put the what's it called? Not Endgame, but the other.
Still hear everybody everywhere else, but frozen on
It's
YouTube.
starting to get annoying. We have to stop lives. Oh, excellent connection. We're gonna have to get that 100 for Ethernet cord. The second news.
String it up through the house.
We're just on downloading days and streaming days, then we undo it and put it away.
Downloading days and streaming days.
So, a new Across the Spider-Verse trailer came out from Sony. Into the Spider-Verse. This is called Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse Part 1.
Is it still with Miles and
And Gwen Stacy.
drawn the way it was drawn? You know, we sat Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse, which was on Netflix.
Great movie.
Great fucking movie,
Emotional roller coaster.
bro. I put it on like when Bob and Sonya was here,
Yeah, I heard Bob didn't move.
and yeah, no, that was it. Like it was.
Have you-
Even Bob said it is the best Spider-Man movie I've ever fucking seen in my life, and just because the way it was drawn.
Mine was the emotional roller coaster, Peter
Yeah, I know.
Parker.
Yeah, the story was excellent. It was drawn.
You said you're like, the Kingpin did that? You wouldn't think another Kingpin would be upset if he took his fucking wife?
Right, like it's a total
You lost
mind
your
fuck.
wife. How do you think he's going to feel?
Right,
And
like
he's probably more badass.
well, yeah, you better hope you grab the one that isn't,
But we figure out the one that's a
that better
pussy.
be the nice Kingpin, like
He's the hero.
I was just about to say, because Kingpin's a big fucking dude. Like Kingpin's always been a
What's his
massive
name? Played in
motherfucker.
Daredevil. The what's it called? Black guy from Green Mile.
Oh yeah, and he was
Just
a
massive
great fucking
motherfucker.
Kingpin. Like
And
he
now
really
it's-
put that,
The Daredevil Kingpin was played
He
by
was- yeah,
the guy
he was-
from Sia.
That's
Law
right.
and Order CI or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Vince Vaughn's brother.
He was Kingpin and Daredevil.
Yeah, Vince Vaughn's brother.
Well, the worst part is, you could probably write a story just around Daredevil or just around Kingpin.
He's a
he
villain
had a
in
lot
many.
Right, he had a lot of different
Not
superheroes.
just Daredevil, it was Fantastic Four, Spider-Man.
That he fought. He wasn't just a one.
He's the kingpin of the crime world.
Right, he wasn't a one hero pony. He was taking on every fucking buddy.
Doctor Doom.
He didn't give a fuck. Like if you were in his way, he was going to steamroll.
He
your
hired
ass.
the Sinister Six. And then he bought Oscorp. Like he could do it. But I like his backstory in Daredevil when he wasn't trying to be mean, like a kingpin. Like in the Daredevil story, he was in the forces as him coming up, and he killed Daredevil's dad by beating him to death.
Right.
And it kind of shows that in the Daredevil thing, in the show. But it shows like he didn't want to always be like this, but his hand was forced.
But the problem is it's hard to do shows like that, right? Because like Gotham, in theory, Gotham was supposed to be great, right? Because it was
all over the place.
Well, it was supposed to be basically the upbringing of the villains.
But it reminds me of like they were trying to do Smallville with Bruce. You know what I'm saying?
Right. It wasn't something you could do.
Just like in Smallville, all the villains were there. Like he fought Doomsday before he became Superman.
Right.
In Smallville. So now you're fighting. You saw him you're like, why is Poison Ivy so young? And then she goes in some batter and now she's old. And you're like, oh, that makes sense. I guess.
Even like that, right? Like even Poison Ivy and stuff like that. The thing with shows, right, is they're trying to show you the different sides of all the characters.
Like they did Once Upon a Time.
Right, but the way they drag things out is the problem.
Yeah.
Right? Because they want to show you, oh, Ivy has a softer side. Well, of course Ivy has a softer fucking side.
So does Catwoman. So does Mr. Freeze.
Right, they all have their reasons and stuff like that. It's like Mr. Freeze, okay? The whole point of Mr. Freeze was he's trying to save his goddamn wife.
But did you hear the
and
joke?
He's willing to do whatever the fuck he has to make sure she lives.
Did you
hear
the Batman joke? All the villains have PhDs.
Right, except for Batman.
Yeah, everyone has some kind of doctorate. Even Harley Quinn, she has a PhD in psychology.
Yeah. I think
Ivy's a botanist.
Joker's the only motherfucker that doesn't really have.
But he has 3 origins.
Scarecrow's got a fucking doctorate.
And biochemist.
Right. Like you said.
Catwoman doesn't. The Penguin, I think, has it in politics.
No, Catwoman was a journalist, I thought.
Was she?
Yeah. Which I don't think you have to get your PhD or anything in that, but.
No, we still went to college.
But yeah, you still went to college.
I think what's it called? Penguin was in politics.
Yeah. I think he was a chemist too. I don't know. They're
really smart.
There's a lot of smart people, and just Batman whooping their ass all the time,
But he's the greatest detective.
Really want to know why I keep flashing in and out.
Because I have to keep restarting your camera. And the third Spider-Man news is that it broke box office pre-sales overseas.
It's out here, right? No, Christmas Day.
December 17th, next week.
17th.
Next Friday.
Oh, them dirties. Them dirties. The new Top Gear comes out the 17th, too. The last one of the year.
Well, you want to see dirties? Matrix comes out the 22nd. And has to compete with Spider-Man for the rest of the year.
Yeah, but Matrix is also coming to HBO Max for streaming.
But Spider-Man's not. Spider-Man's only going to be played in
right.
theaters.
So
Sony doesn't have a streaming service.
Right, yeah, but it'll be on Disney Plus.
No Spider-Man's on Disney Plus. They don't own the rights to the movies, only the TV shows.
What are you talking about?
Sony owns the rights. It'll be on Stars.
You can go watch No Way Home and Homecoming on...
It's on Stars. It's not on... No Spider-Man.
Oh, which is on Hulu.
Stars is on Hulu, yeah. They don't own the rights to it. Sony does.
I'm pretty sure I watched the Spider-Man on Disney Plus the other day. That's so crazy that you lock down a whole part of
They
Marvel.
own the TV rights. They can remake a Spider-Man show, like they're remaking the X-Men.
Well, they own Hulk too, don't they?
Universal.
Right, which is why there can't be Hulk movies, but Hulk could be in a movie that's not.
Like he's gonna be in She-Hulk.
Right. That's
You
fucking
can't have a standalone movie unless Universal says so. They don't have an agreement like what happened with Spider-Man.
right. And Universal can't get the
And now
capital to do
Venom's-
it right.
And they still have Morpheus coming out, and Venom is now part of the MCU.
I heard Venom was
But
cool.
Spider-Man can use MCU characters too, like Happy.
Right.
You get and Nick Fury, and the Skrulls. You see what I'm saying? Like there's a bridge that they can go. On
Sony's not locked down like.
And now Venom's inside the MCU, so you can see characters in Venom.
That's
And they
just
showed the Morpheus trailer and showed Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man on the wall, and the Vulture.
I think they're getting Tobey Maguire. The one I think they're not going to have is
Andrew Garfield.
Andrew Garfield.
I don't know because the whole Mary Jane falling off the thing.
That's Andrew Garfield.
It's Andrew Garfield's like playback.
Well, but right, they can show that.
Well, no, like his redemption. He'll save this Mary Jane because he couldn't save his.
You know, like I said, as far as
Matt Pat thinks the X-Men's coming. He did a
You
whole
know,
film theory about how the X-Men's going to come to the MCU.
I haven't watched Matt Pat in months. I need to.
I saw a thumbnail that said his theory is, or film theory is that the X-Men are coming because they're still trying to figure out how the X-Men are going to come, where they've been this entire time in the MCU.
that kind of stuff. Yeah,
But now since they own the rights to it, they're going to do the multiverse.
that's crazy.
Because with WandaVision in the comic in the House of M, she got rid of mutants. So now they're thinking that Wanda's going to bring mutants to the MCU.
You know, and that's
Our Doctor Strange's new movie, the Multiverse Madness.
that's the next problem. Like when you watch like.
But we're
you
used
know.
to multiverse because of DC.
I know, but
of
it's just
DC.
so much to keep straight in your head, right? Like it was hard enough with when you were just a DC fan, right?
And you're a
there
Marvel
was-
fan, but X-Men was separated from Spider-Man.
Right. They were different. They were different multiverses, but it wasn't. They weren't.
We
You
didn't have
know.
the crossovers.
Right. And they started crossing everything over. And
Legends had a crossover with Supernatural,
probably.
but as the TV show. Like
I think-
they know it's a TV show, and they like ended up on their set.
I think the earliest crossover of just anything that I remember was Power Rangers and Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
You
Well, they
know?
had like Family Matters. They had Uncle Phil on there as Uncle Phil.
Right.
So it's in the same universe as Will Smith or Fresh Prince.
Right.
They also had the Jeffersons coming on up to the east side.
It's crazy.
So
Just to think-
sitcoms did it.
Right. But it wasn't really like.
Not
You
like the next besides Power Rangers and Ninja Turtles was Disney did it with Hannah Montana, Sweet Life of Cody, and Wizards. They all had a crossover.
Right. Well, but again, they used to have.
And Victorious and iCarly's in the
You
same
know.
universe with Zoe 101. But as superheroes,
watch
you
none of
watched
that
a
shit.
movie and it didn't go along with another movie.
No, it didn't all connect.
It didn't connect. And then they did the MCU started, but DC started with Arrow and Flash.
Right.
And then you had TV shows crossing over. Then they had a first crossover network because they had Supergirl that was on Fox. Not Fox, ABC, and the Flash was on there before the CW picked her up. So the first crossover you got between two networks was the CW and ABC.
It's just.
Because you're coming from a different network. You
Right.
go to a different show on
Well, they
that
didn't
network.
do that.
They
you
did.
know? No, I'm
I
just.
mean, they haven't. Yeah, no.
I'm just
And
saying, like,
besides
it,
NCIS, or,
right.
met up with Miami NCIS, and that was a crossover. Or Law and Order.
yeah. And like I said, my first big one was Power Rangers and Ninja,
Ninja Turtles. Oh, no, but they also had Masked Rider. But it was the same corporation, Saban.
Yeah.
So it was the same company who did Power Rangers.
All right. What's our next news here? What
Tesla drivers can now play video games even when the car is moving.
See, now, I'm a stickler about safety in a car.
That's my Pokemon Go and ask you if you're a passenger or a
Right.
driver.
Okay. And like, I will sometimes put movies on to listen to,
Or the YouTube.
you know,
It's like a
or the
podcast.
YouTube to listen to,
To listen.
but I'm not
Watching.
watching. Okay. And this is because like I'm very.
Pay attention when you're driving.
Right. You should really pay attention
You have
to
a-
driving when you're driving.
You have something that can kill something.
Right.
Please use it responsibly.
Right. Kill something, someone.
Yourself, someone else.
You know, like a vehicle is.
That's why you have licenses.
Right. It's heavy equipment.
So there's rules and regulations.
You know. And they
playing games is supposed to be one of them. As we evolve, as technology goes.
Well, I mean, they tell you not to be on your fucking phone.
That's what
right. Don't text and drive.
And what they do? Newer cars now have the Bluetooth, so you have hands free.
Right. So you can just talk to it. Talk to text. Say, hey, call this person.
And now they not only have Alexa, you can hook up your Siri to it too.
Right. So it's like, as technology is going along, they're trying to advance
to be safe.
Right, to be safe. But if you're playing Apex,
thank God now we have freaking seatbelts.
You know, while you're.
Well, no, they had these stupid like solitaire games with their updates.
See,
it's like solitaire. I think they did it. I don't know if it's supposed to be when you're driving because like you're charging your car.
Right.
And it's taking an hour. You're just sitting in there, either watching Netflix. You can watch Netflix on it.
Well, that's most likely what it. You know.
But then I don't think they turned off. Because then they're like, well, if the passenger is bored, he can play solitaire, so the car has to be moving.
I mean, that's true. You know, but again, it's like...
How many cops have pulled over Teslas before they knew that the whole screen was your console?
Right.
Like, oh, you can't have an iPad or a computer out. It's like, it's part of the car.
Right. It's not me. It's
the car.
It's the car. That's how I adjust
my AC.
AC radio.
But besides, because it's not like this.
Right.
Well, some of them are, but like the Tesla 3 is like this.
You know.
Like a screen, like this TV.
Right. It's just like a fucking tablet in the middle of the console.
Yeah. And only cops can have that.
You know. That's the thing is, as you know, technology gets advanced.
And it has a stupid kind of autopilot, like it'll keep you in the lane.
Right.
It'll accelerate if they see traffic accelerating.
Well, people were getting in trouble for just letting their car fucking drive.
As long as they stay in that lane.
You know,
well, yeah, because David Dobrik has a Tesla. He was like filming, and he's like, I just realized I wasn't driving because I'm looking back and forth at YouTube. Yeah. So the car keeps you in your lane,
right?
And if traffic is accelerating, it'll accelerate with it.
Won't slow down, and you know, it'll basically drive forward.
But the downside of it, because the automatic brake system was fucking with people's car insurance. Because you put the thing into your car so you can get a good rate, and because it stops short, it affects your shit.
You're slamming on the brake, yeah.
But you're not doing it. It's the car. Because the sensors are going off. So instead of going gradually pushing the brake, it goes like this.
I prefer to do it myself.
You're like iRobot, right?
Like normally...
Remember in iRobot, he's like, manual. I'll drive myself.
Right.
Oh, is it in Demolition Man? I'll drive it myself.
I normally turn all that shit off. You know, like if you get into a Cadillac or something, it's got the drive assist and all that. I just turn all that crap off.
I don't need the beep beep beep. No. I know there's a car next to me.
Right.
I put my hand out.
I know there's a car there. I can see down my blinds. I do like the blind spotlight. That's pretty cool. Right?
Yeah.
Hey, there's a car in your blind spot.
Yeah. Don't move.
That lets me know to check.
And it goes beep beep.
Right. You know. Right. It'll let me know when they're getting too close to me. That's good for
people learning to drive.
Sort of. It's a distraction. You know, because
it is, but it also teaches them, hey, stay alert, motherfucker.
Hey, stay alert, mother. You imagine if like Samuel Jackson came through your speakers when
turn left, motherfucker.
Hey, pay attention, motherfucker. That'd be great. That'd be the best feature in a car.
I remember the greatest feature in a car, like technology-wise, was OnStar before everything else came. Like if you got in an accident, you hit the button and it sent help.
Some of the really fancy cars had the
phone.
Yeah.
But it was a regular phone. You felt like James Bond.
I was like, fuck, how's the landline going to follow this car all around the city?
Well, I don't have a cord.
Yeah, it's...
Our next news. We're going to keep it science. So this company is called Diamond, mind you. Diamond hauled from deep inside the earth holds never before seen mineral. So they discovered a new mineral in the earth.
Bro, I was watching... Speaking of science, right? Like I was going through TikTok, and there, like some of my TikTok's informational because I like a lot of informational shit.
I heard the ones like what the news is not telling you or whatever, and it showed a girl who had a higher IQ than Stephen Hawking and Einstein is already at 8 years old, a college graduate.
Yeah, well,
I like that kind of stuff.
The one I was looking at it was you know, like we do the random fact of the day when we start the show. We do a fact, you know. So we have a little bit of everything in the show. But the one was, it wasn't. I think it wasn't Pluto. It was Mars. I think Jupiter.
You see one of their moons.
One of the planets, right? I can't remember which one. The pressure is so high in the atmosphere that it literally rains fucking diamonds.
That's Saturn.
Is it Saturn? So it's like you could just go there.
No, Jupiter's gas. Saturn. It's Saturn.
And make the whole planet rich. Just like it just rains fucking
it's not
diamonds.
like our diamonds.
Well, no, of course it's not like our
because
diamonds.
Our diamonds it does come from pressure, but it's a different material in their atmosphere.
Right.
Because what's that shit? Sulfur. Which comes from hell. But you can hold, like, you know, Superman holds a thing of coal.
Right.
Then laser beams it and then holds it tighter and it becomes a diamond.
Again, it's still an endless resource that's just falling, you know.
For that much pressure that can make a diamond, nothing we can go there can fucking grab it.
How would you
How far can we go into the sea before the pressure crushes a submarine? And you want to go to a place that makes diamonds.
I guess that's true. Yeah. Again,
you know
technology figured it out.
The greater the mass, the faster the speed of gravity, I mean.
Yeah.
Like, one Earth day, what was it? 1 year on Jupiter is 14 Earth day. It's 14th Earth days. So for it to spin so many times, ours is going around the sun. So for 1 day over there is like 14 hours.
Jesus.
Or like 10 hours. Because it spins faster.
Right, quick
So
days.
you technically would age faster over there too. But it's all gas. But because the density and the mass of the planet is why the gas doesn't escape. So it's like, why doesn't gas? Okay, we're solid. I understand why we can't escape. It's like when you do the thing with the water, when you go really fast. I was like, it's gas. It's just going to float off. It doesn't need anything. It just floats. But because of the density of the atmosphere, because of the gravity, the gas stays inside.
Because of the gravity. Yeah, it's just crazy.
But it's longer on because Mercury and Mars are smaller than us. It's 27 hours is 1 day on Mars.
Oh,
instead of 24.
Our post was declined from
Apex.
From Apex.
But we talked about it.
We talked about Apex. Yep.
Our next one. I don't know how this made the news, but it did. It's from the Mirror. Time traveler says Earth will be invaded by aliens disguised as a meteor shower.
Disguised as a meteor shower?
Yes. The time traveler, it goes like this, has making horrifying predictions about our future and says that aliens will invade us soon.
How soon?
Notre Dame is soon. You don't say the correct thing because at any moment it can come true.
Right.
Like when Trump said eventually the virus would die out.
Right.
He's not wrong.
This is vague.
Very vague.
Very vague. Sometime in the future.
Like when the guy came to the castle and it's like, it's going to rain sometime. Right. And it does. And it's like, oh, he's a prophet.
Hold on. I'm going to make a prediction right now. Sometime in the future, we will be able to teleport from one place to another and won't even need cars.
No, you're scaring me.
Oh, so you mean it's just crazy to think that technology will advance
what kind
or
of
just be
teleportation?
Because you're thinking of the kind where it rips you apart into a million pieces and then puts you back together someplace else.
It doesn't put you back together. It makes a copy.
And it's not actually you, but you think it's you.
It's a copy of you.
Yeah, see,
it's like a 3D printing to the other side.
You're thinking about it in just a horrible way.
Well, that's the only way you can really, teleport is to teleport all your Star Trek stuff.
You would think at that point though, it would take out sickness because if you were in a million pieces already, you could just remove
maybe
cancer.
You get cancer more because it'd be activated because of the radiation.
That's insane. What was the news?
Time traveler says. Now that I think about because you can't really cut a hole like Jumper, because technically, I'm assuming if you did too much, you'd be ripping reality apart, and you'd probably cause a hole in our fabric of time and space, because it's not sealed.
See, I think you're over processing it when you should undersimplify it. Right?
Go in a box?
Well, no, think of it more of Goku's teleporting, where you're moving through a
you're going really fast.
Well, sort of, but you're moving from a different
space.
Say our dimension's here. You're moving into this dimension and going around everything to get to the point. Right? Versus...
That's what Nightcrawler does when he teleports. He goes to the in-between dimension and comes on our side.
Right.
Okay. Well, you're still ripping a hole.
Right. But it's...
To another dimension. Does it shut?
Yeah, behind you.
Hopefully.
Yeah. I don't know.
Unless,
Science.
Unless Goku becomes transparent, like his whole body phases. Like,
you can't see Goku.
No, like the Flash, you vibrate the right frequency. So that way you're not ripping, you're just going through.
Why were you like?
Because vibration. And Hippie232 says, hello, fellow Earthlings.
Hippie?
Hippie232.
I like
2332.
I like hippies. You know, my favorite thing is when we play with rando and it's like, player 16721. You're like, why though?
Or mine says like Bloodhound 2159 or something like that.
Right.
Killed someone. I'm like, who though?
Who made their name
Bloodhound?
Bloodhound?
They're Bloodhound.
Yeah, all the time. That's all they play.
It's like they don't show their gamer tag. It shows who they're playing and what numbers behind it.
I was
mine.
So I was looking at like one of my friends that I started playing with originally that I don't play with anymore.
Yeah.
And she got like 20,000 kills.
Oh,
right?
I know her. Like, just the one that showed us the thing with the shoot off of the container.
Right. But it's all on Bangalore. Right? It's the only person she plays is Bangalore. Right? 22,000 kills or whatnot. And I'm like, I got 12K, 13K, 14K. Like, I'm not 20, but I'm only...
You're like averaging 15 a game. You're playing for fucking hours on end.
You know, only a couple behind.
You would have to be. You can't be playing like Bob.
And I'm like... Right. But I'm saying, like, if I only played Pathfinder and all my kills were on Pathfinder, I'd be up over 10,000 kills.
I think close to 8, yeah.
You know, so, like...
It's Pathfinder Octane, you have over 1,000.
No, I'm almost at 4 for Pathfinder.
And you're over 1,000 with
I'm
Octane.
over 1,000 with Octane. And I'm almost at 1,000 with Seer. You know, so... And that's just the ones I play now.
You're at 500, I think, with Fuse.
Like I said, I'm like 12K kills or something like that for a lifetime. I've got, I've progressively gotten better. We were talking.
But you don't know how long she's playing for.
Right, just.
And she would probably have to be averaging like 15 kills
all
a game.
day, every day, 20 kills a game.
She gets paid for it.
25, 30 kills.
So we have 2 Florida men this time. Florida man tased arrested for jumping court railing during wife's sentencing for child abuse. He wasn't having it.
So that's funny, right, to me, because...
Like, is he mad at the wife for being the children, or he's defending him?
No. I saw, right, again, I was on TikTok, and this judge was told this lady, hey, if you don't calm down, I'm going to hold you in contempt.
Yeah.
Right?
They can do that.
And you're going to go to jail for 2 days, and then you'll get out. Right? Because they can do that if
you're disrupting the court.
Right. They can send you to jail for 2 to 10 days.
He has the power.
However you piss her up. So she tried to jump over the rail at the judge.
Now you get more than 2 days.
Right? Like she physically threw herself at the judge.
And just swung at her.
No, the judge just backed up and like 3 or 4 cops hit her. Like it was like an NFL move. Just fucking and like spun her ass and she hit the ground. Oh, I was like, you just you're
That's more than 2 days now.
Yeah, that's more than 2. Like, you were just going to jail for 2 days for not shutting up when she told you to shut up.
I don't know what the sentence is for assault on a judge.
Right.
Or attempted.
Right. You know, and you know that bitch
Like,
be
the only
like...
time I see a judge get in trouble is when the Joker's there and he's just trying to take out people.
Right.
Like, I've never seen someone in the courtroom get charged for hitting a judge.
Bro, she rushed the judge. And, of course, it was a woman. Like, it was a woman who rushed a woman judge.
But the police officer took her down.
Oh, man. Just
Secret Service style.
She's like, if you don't shut up, I'm gonna hold you in contempt for 2 days.
And she lunged.
And and the lady rushed her, like she's because the lady didn't shut up, so she was just like, da, 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 da. The judge is like, you know what? Get Get her the fuck out of my face.
Is it one of those what's it called? Child support things or something like that?
I think it was, yeah.
Because I watch that sometimes on TikTok. They're like, it doesn't matter how much he makes, but do you have a job? And
Right. You gotta watch, like, because you know they're
I know he has money. He's hiding it. And I was like, he can't walk, ma'am.
He's hiding that money.
Yeah, I saw that one. He was like, he had some kind of disease, like something like that, polio or something. Like he lost his job. He couldn't walk. He was on disability.
So, like, did he jump the railing to attack the wife or the judge, or?
He just attempted to intervene in the wife's sentencing. So we don't know how far he got to. Like I said, I don't know if he was defending his wife or trying to beat his wife for killing his children.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, that's a crazy. Courtrooms and stuff like that get crazy. Emotions are high. People are nervous, because you don't know.
And if you're in a regular court, you have the peers judging you, jury of your peers. And then you look at the stand and just give you dirty looks. And,
well, fuck around and
the one guy won.
Attack your judge.
The one guy won, and he said the N-word twice in his opening statement. So, and he won the case.
That's just absolutely.
He must have been Casey Anthony's lawyer.
Absolutely fucking insane.
So we do have evidence of blood in her car, and the kids are missing, and you're not guilty. What are you gonna open now? A daycare.
What's the next Florida man?
Okay, so next Florida man, viewer discretion advised. We don't contend to this, but a Florida man was caught humping a dog, and he was attacked the owner when confronted. Viewer discretion advised. How dare you stop me in my act of humping your dog? And he attacked him.
Jesus Lord. I'm sorry, viewers. Josh didn't have time to find proper news.
I had 2 Florida men.
So
I don't want to pick just one.
This is the.
And I was like, I don't know if this one's good or not, but let me put both of them on there just to see what kind of reaction I got. Because,
he said, I could.
Because the Florida man's angry that the owner confronted him, so he attacked him.
I could not get. Oh, Jesus Lord! There was no good news. All you had to do was get on today and be like, "Hey, how's it going, YouTube? Our few viewers that stop in and see what's going on, never say nothing and leave." I don't have any fucking news today.
What do you mean? We have a new mineral? There's aliens attacking?
I can't fucking do it. At some point, there's gonna be a guy humping a dog. And then he's going to attack the owner, right? Like, the owner's crazy.
For confronting him.
For
interrupting him.
Like, hey, don't fuck my dog, friend. And
who are you talking to?
Right, like, how dare you?
That's my bitch.
Interrupt our love. Like, all you had to do was come on today and it's like, Josh, or DJ, you just need to shoot the shit because I ain't got shit.
We had Spider-Man.
I haven't done my job today.
They have found new minerals? What do you mean? We've done plenty.
And because at some point we're going to have to talk about, this.
That's a very. I didn't start with it.
And
I didn't start
just
with
can't
it.
do it with you anymore. Right? This is absolutely insane. You put no effort into it. And thank God you didn't start with it. You just would have fucked the whole show up.
Our first news is Florida man caught humping a dog, attacked its owner when confronted. You're just.
Like the first Florida man wasn't even that bad, right? It was like, oh, okay, yeah, it could have happened anywhere. It's not just Florida.
It's better than the other guy. The other guy got charged with 1,200.
That's like the day we
1,200 acts of sexual abuse and incest. Yeah, that was another Florida man.
The day you brought humping an alligator was pretty rough, right? But that sounded like Florida man, That's Florida man. If I had ever heard
saves dog from alligator,
right? That saves dog from alligator. That's Florida man.
Trash can.
Oh, my Lord.
We had the good Florida man who was making deaths for school children.
You should have just turned my camera off, right? Look straight into yours and been like, viewers, today we do not have any news, any funny remarks from TJ, or anything like that. It's just all men humping dogs in Florida. And sadness. Please, I apologize. Catch us next week when DJ finds some news, and interesting things to talk about. Thank you and good night. Right, and just cut the show off right there.
So trying the wife's cooking, right? She told me she tried to make something last night. What was it?
It was supposed to be. So it was supposed to be food.
I smelt it.
It was supposed to be like a sausage, right? Some sausage in a hash brown tortilla.
Okay.
That, right? It was some sausage on some hash browns with some gravy because the tortilla didn't like stay.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay.
I guess she didn't fry it long enough and my teeth hurt, so I didn't really want crunchy things anyways.
Makes sense.
So I was fine with it.
I'm supposed to have some, I think.
There was some in there. But you didn't grab it or bring it in. I figured you were going to eat that for breakfast so you know what it tastes like. It tastes like sausage and hash browns and gravy.
So it was good.
Thumbs
up?
I thought it was great. I don't remember.
She
had a recipe, you know. She just winged it. We should make a book, The Wife's Recipe, you know.
Stop doing it.
You know. Well, she's busy.
I know she's busy.
You know. And I don't cook that well to do trying the wife's husband's cooking.
But she don't need that to do on Monday. She can do it on Saturday when she has time.
That woman never has time.
She cooks on Saturday.
She's super busy all the time.
Pasta night. I know that.
We haven't even been having pasta Sunday nights.
Sunday she had pasta. She had bacon.
Oh, that's right. It was bacon. Bacon was the only meat. So I was a little...
No, everything else was vegetables I saw on the cutting board.
Right. Food has to have a meat. Right?
I don't know. I've been eating salad.
Chicken would have made it amazing. It was good the way it was. Right? But chicken would have definitely helped that dish. That's, you know...
She has to try different kinds of pasta.
I just don't like elbow noodles, right? I can't stand no elbows.
Oh, is it a casserole?
Yeah, I don't like elbows. All right, where are we at? You got questions for me today?
If you were famous, what industry would you like to be famous in?
Porn, because I have big dick energy.
Oh my god.
No,
can't handle it. You had to get workman's comp on porn.
I'd probably like to be a comedian or comedian actor. You know, do stuff like that. Run my mouth like Ryan Reynolds. You know,
his ultimate job, talking shit.
The only difference is, right, is Ryan Reynolds' jawline is significantly better than mine, right? That's why he can afford to do that, right?
And he's really good looking.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Have you seen his abs?
Right, you know. If I had abs like that...
Did you watch
I'd probably
Blade
be fine.
3 when he had his shirt off?
Not that intensely. I don't like the way you say things.
No.
Like, did you see
they talked about
with the washboard abs?
Oh, no, waiting. When he held it up like that, he's like, nothing we do here is gay, so don't just get that in your fucking head. And he pulls his shirt down. Because they were playing the ball gazing game. And we got done thing. He had half his white beater shirt on, and it showed his abs and his V. And he's like, nothing here is gay, so get that out of your fucking head.
Get that out of your
and
head.
He puts his shirt down.
Jesus.
Oh no, there was a trend that straight men, that plays the Taylor Swift song, some kind of Taylor Swift song, right? I forgot what it was, but it's like they're straight and they have the water in their mouth, and then they see like Ryan Reynolds pop up, and they stop what they're doing, and like the water rolls out, and then he was doing a tour for Red Notice, so he's going through all the talk shows, and they go, did you see the trend on TikTok when straight men are drooling over you? And he's like, what? Is it only straight men? You should go, oh, it could be all men, you know.
Okay.
Apparently, everybody thinks you're sexy.
Sexiest man alive, 2021.
Then he goes, then why didn't Ant-Man become the sexiest man alive this year? I thought we just kept going until we died.
That's it.
But the funniest thing he's done lately is that he switched roles with Will Ferrell. No, they're not even in a movie together. Like, Will Ferrell was supposed to be on Jimmy Kimmel. Or Jimmy and Fallon, and Ryan was supposed to be on Jimmy Kimmel, and they switched. So Jimmy Fallon introduces Will Ferrell, and Ryan Reynolds comes out. He's like, yeah, he called me. He says they're running a little bit late, which means he's not coming. So they have everything for Will Ferrell, like the clip of the show he's in and stuff like that. And Ryan Reynolds, he's like, yeah, you should play it. I think it's good. And then Jimmy Kimmel goes, and we have Ryan Reynolds. And Will Ferrell comes out and he goes, yeah, Jimmy, Ryan can't make it. He called me. He's out for a run. The same excuse. And he's like, but we have Red Notice thing. Great movie.
Great movie.
Great movie. I'm not in it, but I heard The Rock is in it. And then they had that gal Gatlet. She's great.
He was talking about one of the concerts he got invited to.
Will Ferrell?
No.
Oh, Ryan?
I don't know. I think it was it? No, it was Seth Rogen.
Oh, he went to Adele.
Yeah. And they put him right up front.
One, and he was baked as fuck. And he's like, how the hell did I get in front of Drake?
Why is Drake sitting behind me?
I go look in the C, bro, and it was Ellen and Oprah. I'm like, what am I doing in 1A? I mean,
like, had you ever met her? She's like, he's like, no.
I'm like, how could she do this to me?
You know? Right.
Oh, this is a TV special.
Find out.
There's a camera right in my fucking face.
Find out it's because she thinks he's funny, you know? So that's why he was up there.
And then he's like, but the problem was me and my wife got baked as fuck before we went. So now I have a camera in my face, high as hell. And I know Drake's mean mugging me.
Hilarious. Oh, God. What about you, Josh? What do you?
Director.
You want to be a director?
Yeah, I don't want to be in front of the camera. Behind the camera.
I mean, even directors have to be in front of cameras. You know that, right?
I'll make a cameo, like the Russo brothers did in Endgame.
Most directors do cameo, and and sometimes I think it's just to save money. Right? They're like, "Fuck, we need one extra right here."
That's worse. They used the fucking Russo's fucking kids too in that Endgame. They're the ones that took the picture with the Hulk. And then one of his daughters or sons is Hawkeye's kid. Shit, they were at Tony Stark's funeral.
That's fucking hilarious. Don't you want to take a picture with me? I'm Ant-Man.
No, he doesn't know. He thinks it's fine. It's cool. It's fine. Eat some. I'm not gonna eat all this.
Just get the fuck away from me. Just go. Just go.
I love Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd.
Ever since I saw him in like 30-year-old virgin and 40-year-old virgin and Knocked Up and.
Yeah, he's fucking hilarious.
Yeah. My best. What is it? We had to find a groomsman, and it was the guy from How I Met Your Mother.
Really?
Something like that. He just never had a bro. He was in a movie with the tall guy, Marshall, from How I Met Your Mother. Oh, I Love You, Man. His goal is to find a best man, his wife said. So
the guy from Magic Mike?
No, How I Met Your Mother. Marshall.
Yeah.
He's in it, and Paul Rudd.
Oh, okay.
Paul Rudd is also in Role Models. He's like, I will hit a little. He's like, you are not my little. I will. So
I don't pick up my dog's shit. that fucking movie.
I love you.
Yeah.
Such a cool man. Kid.
All right, I'm done with you. Moving on. We're getting close to the end, anyways. Ask your last fucking question.
What is the most annoying type of friend?
You. That's all the time we have today. Well, I mean, I was going to explain it, but
you didn't even I didn't barely even finish the sentence. How would you have an answer?
Because I read. See, that's the nice thing I have over here, right? I get a nice little
preview,
script thing I work off of, to know
what's coming,
what life is happening today. It really is nice. I wish I could get these 2 or 3 weeks in advance so I could plan.
Why? You just forget.
Yeah, that's true.
You tell me every day you want to be like freaking what's his name, Michael Rosenbaum in Smallville. I only want to read my part, so I'm confused. I'm naturally surprised.
Right.
Like I don't know. Your dad did what?
Right.
I didn't read ahead.
No, I didn't. I just know what I'm supposed to say now.
I'm intrigued what Clark's gonna do next.
It's like why am I saying this? I guess I'll find out.
I find out when it comes out. I want to know what happens. I'm not in every scene like fucking Clark Kent over here. So
right. I don't get to see every set.
The most question he asks is no one knocks at the Luthor Mansion. Clark just keeps coming in and he's like, where the fuck's my security? He's like, everyone just walks in the fucking mansion.
Why is everybody just walking into the fucking Batcave?
But he's always in his office.
Nobody got the door. I didn't hear a doorbell.
Well, he has to walk. Clark has to walk through the entire mansion to get to the office.
You know, the only way he could do that so fast.
But no, sometimes he just like, Lex, we need to talk. He's like, I told you you're on welcome. Who is letting you in the gate?
How are you even getting on the ground?
Like Chloe comes in. Who let you in? You're not even on the list. You know, when you go to the gate, you have to type a number in, and someone comes on the speaker and goes, may I help you? And usually my assistant comes in and goes, Miss Sullivan would like to see you. Like, no, you're just walking fucking in.
Whoops.
But that's all the time we have for today. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget that we have shows on Tuesday mornings between the hours of 10 a.m. and 12 p.m. and Wednesdays between the hours of 4 p.m. and 6 p.m., which we call our talk show After Dark.
Also, don't forget we have audio versions on Anchor FM, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts, and wherever you get your podcasting needs.
And it's December, so that means
Toys for Tots.
That's right.
And I haven't made the tits for Tots jokes once.
One of the largest charities in America.
Yeah. I think they're like
it just has an
all
American
over the
address.
place.
And it's actually the Navy.
Right.
I
Don't
really think
forget
it
unwrapped
says
gifts.
Navy.
You can drop those off at like Walmart, CVS, those type of places.
Those types of places. Churches.
Right. Sorry.
Is it your wife?
Yes.
Who else would be texting you?
Who else? Ooh.
Nope.
You're a loser. You don't know nobody.
It's Sonia saying, get on the Apex.
Sonia, Apex only got an hour worth of warm-up time.
Not time. Oh, wait. We're on the show.
If you go to sleep before the Apex, you're not going to wake up at 1
I did my labs.
to
Got a doctor's note.
what does that have to do
Got a doctor's note.
with one does not have to do with the other.
So, thank you everyone for watching. Stay tuned. We'll see you tomorrow.
Toodaloo, motherfuckers.
And maybe I should answer that one lady who wants to be our guest.
You probably should.
Be our guest. Be our guest. See you guys tomorrow.
Don't complain like